The Euros are just around the corner and the excitement is sky high. Today, we'll be going through each group and predicting which teams will qualify for the next round. So, welcome to Never Ending Brainstorm, and this is our Euro 2020 predictions. Group A. This group is trickier than it looks, but you needn't be too smart to predict Italy to finish first. They have been a different team since Roberto Mancini came in. They haven't lost in 28 games, and they should be disappointed if they drop points in this group. Out of the three remaining, I'm going to predict Switzerland to finish second, as they have a good balance to the team. Jernan Shaqiri just comes alive in these competitions, and the likes of Granit Xhaka and Schär, who have experience, should help Switzerland finish second. Wales will finish third. They have a very young squad, so predicting they'll finish above Turkey is really bold. But with Gareth Bale in good form, Aaron Ramsey back in the team, with Daniel James and Joe Rodon's quality, they should really finish third after their heroics in Euro 2016. Turkey have a great squad on paper, but they never really work well among themselves. They have a good defense with Kabak and Soyuncu, but they still end up conceding 3 or 4 goals a match. Believe me, they could surprise a few, but for me, they will finish fourth. Group B. Belgium are a monster of a team at the moment. Romelu Lukaku firing in goals after goals up front, having someone like Kevin De Bruyne threading in through balls for him, Tielemans, Courtois in goal, Alderweireld, Vertonghen. This is a dream team right here, and they should finish first. Russia might not be the same team which played in the World Cup a few years ago, but they will be playing all 3 games at home, so we should expect something similar from them. Rezuba and Sobolev are in-form strikers, with someone like Cheryshev supporting them will make this team very dangerous. Denmark are a great side, with players like Kasper Schmeichel, Christian Eriksen, Martin Braithwaite, Christensen, but it depends upon whether they can play well on that day. So they will struggle, but will do enough to finish above Finland. The Finnish are playing their first Euros, so except for Timo Pukki, they don't have much players who can produce on big stages. So sadly, they'll finish last. Group C. Much like Italy, Netherlands also have a point to prove in this tournament after their World Cup disappointment. They have done well since then, reaching the Nations League final, but without Virgil van Dijk, Koeman and Van de Beek, I think they will struggle, but will do enough to top the group. Ukraine is a team to watch out for. They have a very young and promising squad. Roman Yaremchuk has had a great season, with likes of Malinovsky and Zinchenko bringing up the quality as well. So they should finish second above Austria. Austria is a great team. When you look at teams like Belgium and France and Portugal, they just don't have enough quality. So I think they'll struggle from the beginning and finish third. North Macedonia will be happy to qualify for the Euros, but it will take a miracle for them to reach the next round. So they will most likely finish fourth.
Group D. This is one of the trickiest groups in this tournament. Except for England, the other 3 teams are very much equally matched, as Croatia has lost most of their golden generation players, and on the other hand, Scotland and Czech Republic have increased their quality. So I'm going to go with England finishing at the top of this group, because this England side is an exceptional team with a very strong backline consisting of players such as Walker, Maguire, Chilwell, etc. They also have a very creative midfield with creators such as Grealish, Foden and Mount. Their attack is lethal as well, consisting of Harry Kane, Rashford, Sancho and Sterling. So overall, it is a very complete team. Moving forward, I think Croatia is going to finish in the second place. Even though they don't have players like Rakitic, Subasic, Mandzukic anymore, they still have their captain Modric and players like Rebic and Perisic who can support him. Also under the manager Latko Dalic, who led them to the final of FIFA World Cup 2018, they can very well qualify for the round of 16. Now Scotland is a team with quality players such as McTominay, Robertson, Tierney, McGinn, etc. And their form in recent times has been good, with only 1 loss, 1 draw and 3 wins in their last 5 matches. So I think there is a very good chance for them to finish in the 3rd position. So that leaves us with Czech Republic. It's a good team, but I just feel like they don't have what it takes to go further in the competition. So 4th place it is.
Group E. In this group, the strongest team without a doubt is Spain, with Luis Enrique as the manager
and quality players such as David De Gea, Jordi Alba, Emerick Laporte, who recently changed his nationality, Gerard Moreno, who has been an exceptional player this season, Rodri, Morata, and a young promising midfielder Pedri has a pretty good chance of competing for the title. Though there is a possibility of a coronavirus crisis affecting the first team and Enrique being forced into playing with a completely new set of players, it is still highly unlikely. So, well, I think Spain is going to end up finishing first in this group. Sweden's prodigal son Zlatan was supposed to make a return for his country in the Euros but ended up having an injury which held him from doing so. Even though he's not going to play, Sweden is still a good team with few familiar faces such as Lindelof, Kulusevski, Isak, etc. They also have had an excellent form in their last 5 games with 5 straight wins. So it looks like Sweden has a very good chance of finishing in the second place at the end of the group stage. Poland has one of the most talented strikers of this generation, Robert Lewandowski, but apart from him, the squad doesn't have the quality needed to compete for the title. So the best they can do is finish in the third place. It is still a fine team which could end up shocking everyone, but that is highly improbable. And lastly, Slovakia is not one of the top teams, neither does it have any top class players. We have seen in the past that such teams end up being the dark horses in these kind of tournaments. But that happens rarely, so I think it's fairly clear that they'll end up finishing in the last place. Group F, aka the Group of Death. This has to be the most competitive group in this tournament with nations consisting of world-class players and Hungary. This group is the most challenging to predict, but well, we have to. Anyways, the team which has the highest chance of leading in this group on paper is France. The squad is not very different from the 2018 FIFA World Cup winning squad and is also being led by the same manager, Didier Deschamps. They have depth in all the positions and the first team is extremely talented. Creators such as Griezmann and Pogba with the attacking firepower of Mbappe and Giroud and Benzema connecting are surely going to be a treat to watch. Now this one is going to be a little controversial and a lot of you may not agree with me, but well, I'm still going to say it. I think Germany will end up finishing in the second place. This might sound a bit far-fetched, but the thing is that they do really have a very good squad. With Neuer in the goal, it's difficult to get the ball past him. Also, they do have a tough backline consisting of Rudiger, Can and Hummels. Their midfield is highly versatile with strong players like Kimmich and Goretzka on one hand and very creative players like Müller, Havertz, Kroos, etc. on the other. And finally, the fast-paced wingers Sané and Gnabry with Timo could turn into a fatal attacking force. Also, this is going to be the last tournament of the World Cup winning manager Joachim Löw with Germany, so he'll give his best. Now, this Portugal team is the best Portugal side in over a decade. The fans always wanted a team that could support Ronaldo in winning trophies for the country, and finally the team looks like it can. With the manager Fernando Santos, who led them to European glory for the first time in 2016, and players such as Ruben Dias, Pepe, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Diego Jota, Joao Felix, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo himself, the team is going to be very strong to defeat. Honestly speaking, it is tough to predict which of these teams is going to qualify for the round of 16. But well, someone has to finish in the third place and I think it's going to be Portugal. Finally, I think this is something we all agree on, and that is Hungary is a prey that these three giants are going to feed on, and it'll surely finish in the fourth position. They have maintained good form in the last 5 matches with 2 draws and 3 wins, but still defeating these 3 teams and qualifying doesn't look logical.
That's it for today, guys. We'll be back in a few weeks predicting the round of 16 and see how well we've done in the group stages. Until then, don't let the storm in your brain stop.